Yo, I promise this video. This is one of the two remaining videos dealing with OKC and KD's departure. And this video specifically will pertain to my explanation as to why KD left, chronicled throughout NBA history. Now, this is actually one of the most fascinating tales I've seen in pro sports in a long time. And while there are some, that may rival it, I can mention Tim Tebow's career, I can mention Allen Iverson's, Cam Newton's career, and other careers I can mention, as well as events. This story is one of the most undervalued, one of the most obvious, yet not acknowledged chain of events that I've ever witnessed in sports history, at least modern sports history. Man. Number one, let's begin. Kevin Durant, right? Anybody remember the Seattle Supersonics? I do. Seattle Supersonics. He gets on that team. They had some legit teams. They get moved to the expansion team known as the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, don't still have a problem with why Vegas doesn't have a team, but that seems to be potentially fixed. Okay. OKC inherits more or less the Sonics, and unlike many other expansion teams in the past, the Miami Heat, the Vancouver Grizzlies, was it the Charlotte Hornets, OKC had a leg up because they were the former Sonics. Okay. They had a guy like KD. They had players who they could go from, and they began to draft other players. OKC originally started off well, and they were building towards, being a legitimate threat, and I predicted within 5 years. The first problem is that this team, unlike others, did not build around a star. Now, I'm not talking about Dwight Howard building around a star. I mean, give this player supporting cast. You can say, well, they were an expansion team. They had the money. They had the cap. They already had the player. You rarely get this with an expansion team where you already have players. You build up a squad. You say, well, didn't they not do that? No. Not to his strengths. They were trying to build up a contending team the old-fashioned way. It doesn't work like that. You're an expansion team that already had a preset situation. You already had your star, your superstar. Go along the team's strengths. Bada bing, bada boom. KD is not that assertive type. In fact, babyface assassin Steph Curry isn't either. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and others take leadership roles. And you see what happened with Golden State. Golden State was a build-up team. Golden State for decades had been garbage, man. Pretty much. Except for a few shining lights. With Baron Davis and a few years here and there, Golden State was not that good, to say the least. OKC, if they would have followed the Golden State method, then you might have had a super team built. That was their first mistake. Second mistake, not reining in Russell Westbrook. They allowed Scott Brooks and his coaching staff allowed, as well as the organization, love themselves from Russell Westbrook. They love his alpha nature. They love, his explosiveness. They love his athleticism. They love the fact that they found a diamond in the rough. Okay. They love the fact that, they built up this player. They built up their star. Unlike KD, who already came pre-packaged, Westbrook didn't. So, here you go, and they allowed Russell Westbrook to do what Russell Westbrook's been doing. He is not a point guard. They should have been get a point guard, have him be a shooting guard. But then that means Russell Westbrook can't control the team. That means that OKC has to admit that their choices were flawed. That was their second mistake. Russell Westbrook became, there was a constant contention Now I'm going to get back to that, okay? But recognize that from the beginning, there was a constant competition, clashing, if you will. Point number 3. One of the worst trades, one of the worst releases in NBA history, period. James Harden. I said originally that was stupid. Yes, if you can keep all together, even though they just lost, you probably had to, re-up on the bench. They should not have let James Harden go. They kept with Ibaka. Again, they stayed with this old conventional. James Harden was the reason they were in the finals. Let's keep it real. James Harden balled in that Western Conference Finals. James Harden off the bench. The man should have been starting, but he came off the bench as a 6-man and gave the team, energy and juice and offense off the bench. As well as he plays hard. The ball you got in his hands. The problem was, again, catering to Russell Westbrook. Because he was taking the ball away from Russell Westbrook. He was taking away the clutch from Russell Westbrook. This had nothing to do with Kevin Durant. This was about Russell Westbrook. Kevin Durant is watching this. He watches what happens to James Harden. James Harden's gone. We see how much James Harden balls. Okay, out in Houston. He's been doing that. And I'm going to do a video, addressing this issue of, is James Harden one of the most underrated players? I'm already going to tell you, absolutely. If you know my view, if you heard me speak, you already know where I'm coming from. I'm going to prove as to why, just like another video, but I'm going to do it in a different manner than another video that did a phenomenal job as to why James Harden is one of the most underrated. And again, I don't hype up James Harden. His game hypes himself up. Okay? So, third point, James Harden. So, already you had the Thunder organization scrolling around with how the team was constructed, trying to do some old conventional stuff that had a very unconventional team at the time. Second, you had catering to Russell Westbrook. Thirdly, you had the horrific trade and release of James Harden. Now, point number 4. Not being able to get back to the NBA Finals. This was a huge part of it. KD, look, when it comes down to it, power guys judge by rings. Look at Melo. Everybody, he was about to paper. He stayed. Melo stayed in Denver, and then he stayed in New York. What has that accomplished? LeBron goes to Miami, gets 2 rings. He comes back to Cleveland, he gets another ring. You seeing something different here, okay? You look at it. KD was constantly battling with the Spurs, to a lesser degree, battling with the Clippers, constantly battling teams. Teams who were re-upping. The Thunder were doing just enough to put themselves in a competitive spot, but they weren't pushing to that championship caliber squad, and KD got frustrated. He got tired. That's point number 4. The lack of acquisitions properly to get them to the next level. That's what I'm mainly hitting with this point. Point number 5. The split dynamic. The fact that Scott Brooks, the lack of leadership, the split dynamic, this whole split situation, it was never a chemistry team. People talk about, KD, he defending. Of course he defends Russell Westbrook because he's that kind of guy. And I'm pretty sure he genuinely thought it at the time. But as time waned on and the situation became more volatile, KD got tired. He got tired of that playing, waiting for the ball not moving. KD believes in a good brand of basketball. You heard what he said about the shot, Steph Curry, he plays within a system. OKC never really had a system in the past. I don't even know how many years now. 4? A bunch of isolation basketball, and you're just resting on talent of stars, all-stars, superstars, and as well as people, just making stuff happen. That's not winning basketball. Yeah, they won, but that's not championship basketball. When we're talking winning in this case, we're talking championship. They had talented enough squads and deep enough squads to where they could compete as a contender. That was it. This most recent season, they were overachievers and a half. They weren't going to beat Golden State. They weren't going to beat Cleveland. You kidding me? I've said it before. They want to lose to Cleveland 6. Okay? Golden State did not play well that series and still beat them. And by the way, Kevin Durant dropped 30 in Game 7. People talk about choking. He dropped 30. The final point, the rise of both, first the Spurs. People slept on this. Spurs' new brand of basketball and swinging the ball, how they beat the Heat in 2013. Moving the basketball, okay? Movement. I think it was, or was it 2013, 2014? No, it's 2013, 2014, 2014. You know, moving the basketball, okay? You know, then you have OKC, then you have Golden State. They're revolutionized brand of basketball. They evolved brand of basketball. Okay? And since you have this evolved brand of basketball, Kevin Durant's loving this. They don't care. People are gonna get theirs, but he loves the ball movement. He loves to see how everybody's getting involved. Draymond, the center, whoever. It's not getting this isolation basketball like what you have in OKC, what you even have in Cleveland. A lot of times, and that's part of the reason why the Cavs are in so much trouble at times, because the ball gets stuck in the hands of LeBron and of Kyrie, you know what I'm saying, even Kevin Love to a lesser extent. Also, you have to consider, the struggles that James Harden has. KD is not stupid. These guys are stupid. He's watching this. He's analyzing. He's like, what's the point of basketball? Not only that's a winning formula. They won a championship on 73 games, or on a game 7. They didn't, just not show up and go anemic on offense. Okay? The brand of basketball that worked is Golden State. Period. Why would you not want to play with that? Why would you not want to play with guys who aren't selfish? Guys who getting their shots, getting theirs, but then also giving theirs. Yeah, Russell Westbrook's getting a triple-double, but it doesn't matter, because how many other guys are sitting here getting cold? KD can drop 30 at any old given time. He's going to get his regardless. It's about what kind of brand does he want to play. He's been playing with this foolishness for 9 years, or, 7 or so. He's been playing with this a long time, and he's tired. Kevin Durant, at the end of the day, I've listed out all the reasons. At the end of the day, Kevin Durant is just frustrated. He's done. And people talk about, he's taking shots at Russell. Why not? Why shouldn't he take shots at Russell Westbrook? Russell Westbrook, yeah, he's gotten better, but he hasn't evolved and more matured as a leader. He's gotten better as a player, but has he really evolved and matured? He's still doing a lot of reckless turnovers, and people still giving him passes. They're giving this man passes, and KD's like, why are y'all giving this man passes? But that's not the main thing. He's talking and shooting shots at the organization. It is clear as day to me that's exactly. That's why he's not calling out anybody, because he's talking about the Thunder organization, the way that their organization is run. You say, well, why should he who else to speak about? See, we don't know a lot of what's going on behind the scenes of OKC. You ever notice that? The media doesn't portray that. They constantly talk about how well OKC is. Sir Charles Barkley, OKC every year. OKC. Like it's this great wonder child. But it's interesting, they haven't won a championship. If it was if everything was aligning properly, understand, they're mainly staying healthy. If they're so great and their bench is so deep and whatever, why are they not winning championships? Something is missing, clearly. Kevin Durant noticed that. He said, look, you forget, he re-upped and re-signed with them no problem last time. He gets free agency again. He's like, nah, we out of here. Deuces. Peace. I ain't got time for this. Golden State doesn't really have a bench now with Kevin Durant being there. But he's like, you know what? I'm taking my talents to Golden State. I'm taking my talents where the basketball is being best played. Come on. You trying to tell me people like competition? You telling me you wouldn't want to go to Golden State? Hell yeah, I would want to go to Golden State. First of all, I would love to rack up the assists. But still, It's fun. They have fun in Golden State. It's a fun brand. Everybody enjoys watching Golden State. Even if you don't like Golden State, it's fun to watch. You can root against them, but it's fun. It's making basketball fun again to watch. It's making NBA again fun to watch. And this is me as a sports fan first, basketball fan second, and then, my teams, whatever, third. I want to watch Golden State play. I don't want to watch a lot of teams play because it's boring. OKC oftentimes is boring. If it ain't KD and Russell Westbrook that was doing it, it was a snooze fest. Besides KD and Russell Westbrook, what was OKC? You can't say that about Golden State because they got players who can ball. Why would you not want to join up with that? Come on, let's think about this logically. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this whole situation. Do you think I'm right about my analysis of all the reasons that KD left? Do you think I'm mistaken? Tell me, let me know. I'm very curious to hear what y'all have to say. And my subscribers be quite intelligent, might I add. Alright, y'all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.